Hi, good morning, everyone. So today we are going to read The Chaos, this poem written in 1922 by Gerard Knowles Trinité, and is for advanced and proficient levels. And you might say, why? Well, basically because in this poem, he is teaching us the pronunciation of irregularities in English. And I'm going to show you here in this video the 44 first lines of the poem. Before we read it together in the transcription, the phonetic transcription that I have made for you, I like that we review the vowels in monophthongs and diphthongs. So let's start with this. We are talking about this PDF that I found, and I have created. I have found the poem in internet. I studied it, and I have created my own document where you will see this well-known versified catalog of English spelling irregularities. It's this poem that is called The Chaos. It's called Chaos because it is complicated, as you know very well, the pronunciation in English. You can find the PDF with the whole poem in my website in the part of club. Let's continue with this. Before reading, review first the vowels with me. And we are going to do first this exercise. I like to, we could say, warm up first with you. And the exercise is, bear in mind that there are 5 sounds. Yes, I, E, A, O, U. I'm talking about sounds. These are very simple ones, and we will go later to the more complex. The diagram of relative highest points of tongue for cardinal vowels. These are the cardinal vowels, we could say, are the ones that are the sound, are 5 different sounds, we could say, and then around them we find others. We will see later how complex is the system. But for a moment, we're just gonna go through the movement of our tongue and muscles in the mouth to create these sounds. Let's start with the front part and then go to the back. So that's why we start with I, E, A, O, U, right? And then U, O, A, E, I. Then if you repeat and you do this exercise, you will see how you place the tongue, how you move your lips, if you round it or it's not, if you don't round the lips, that creates different sounds, right? Now we are going to make it with a glissando kind of way. So see how it sounds. Doesn't need to sound beautiful, it's just a practice to bear the sound. So see how I do it. First breathe, of course, and then I, E, A, O, U. And the glissando will be See? Now we're gonna go backwards. It's a little bit like singing, because talking is like singing. Obviously, it doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to sound beautiful. It is just your practice. So after this, let's move on to the next part. See how it's written here, diagram of relative highest point of tongue for cardinal vowels. So bear and have in mind where you place the tongue, okay? Based on the International Phonetic Alphabet, vowel charts for received pronunciation monophthongs. And you might say, what does it mean, receive pronunciation? It means that these sounds are the ones that you can find in British accent. And they are the ones that we are going to practice more because you are performing official exams and because I am also preparing myself to pass the civil exam for Escuela Oficial de Idiomas. As you know very well that I'm studying for this civil exam para esa oposición, ¿no? So we have already seen before the movement. Now you see more letters here and you say, why it does appear more letters here? What do they appear here? Well, they do appear because there are differences between long vowels and short vowels, right? And also between the front that are pronounced on the front to those that are pronounced at the back, at the front, and also in the center, in the center. So you would say, for example, the ones that are in yellow are the ones that are similar to E sound. E sounds are the ones that are green. A sounds are the ones that are red. The ones that are blue or light blue are the ones close to O sound. And then we have O sound, right? You will see individually these monophthongs sounds. The difference between monophthongs and diphthongs is that monophthongs, as you know very well, mono means one, so it means that it's single, it's not paired, it's not with another vowel, right? And just for you to know that the ones that appear in the center are the ones that are we could say are placed in the center of your mouth, we could say. The ones that appeared back, so the U and O sounds are more back. And the ones that appear at the front are the ones that you pronounce more at the front, close to the teeth, right? With the tongue. Then I will be showing you the description of each of these sounds, so no worries about this. So we could see here the combination of two vowels, and I have remained the same color for those that are similar to E, and those that are similar to E they are in green, and then the light blue for O and the dark blue for U sound. I think this makes everything easier for you to follow. And again, I have placed them inside, but because they are they are more central because they are the combination of two vowels, so that's why I put them inside. Also because I am following also the other, as I told you, the International Phonetic Alphabet vowel chart. I just changed the picture because I found this one with this shape that reminds me also of the vocal cords, right? And I found it more inspiring. The other one seems to me a bit too rigid. Anyway, so we could go through the sounds. This is just to show you how I have placed monophthongs and diphthongs, and I have taken the detail here of how it's pronounced. This off. Remember this sound? Is the schwa sound. Monophthongs. Again, is the off is the same. Thongs, and diphthongs, right? Well, just for you to see that if we place each sound in the right place, it will be easier for us to remember. I'm just going to go through the sound of the diphthongs to remind you how they sound. Here, this one. Then we go for this one, will be, for example, rain. Then we have also bear. Then we have, in this one, we have, for example, no. Then we have say. And then also we say, for example, now. Then we have, for example, toy. And the last one is, for example, sure, sure. Cuando dices sure, ¿no? Que nosotros decimos seguro, ¿no? Seguro. Sure, tourist. ¿Vale? So we move on one by one and showing you these vowels. Close front, unrounded vowel. Unrounded means that you don't round your lips. So this is long, that's why it has these two dots. E sound in words like, for example, many sheep eat. Many sheep eat. That one, the other one was front. This one is central unrounded vowel. Again, it's unrounded, and it goes it will ship. It will ship. As you can see, before we say sheep, longer, and this one is sheep. Different. Sheep, oveja, ship, barco. E in diphthong will go, for example, with the schwa sound here, here, dear, beer. As you can see, I have also put the same colors when they are in diphthongs or when they are with another vowel. I have placed the different colors. And here, I just have to mention here that it has this sound, and the last vowel, the last letter, which is E in English, E en español, this one, it's voiceless. This is a very typical, we could say, characteristic of the sound in English, which is this E sound is not pronounced here. So that's why you say here, here, here. See? You don't say here, no, you say here. Fine. We move on. Open mid, front unrounded vowel. The unrounded vowel, this is the sound. So when you say get, bed, well, so it's like this, should be like this. No like the three, no? Fine. Well, anyway, you see that word is this sound longer, and in get is shorter. So you see the difference. And I have placed equal the sound, no the spelling, because we know that in English is named as E. But in phonetic charts, you will see sometimes in dictionaries, instead of the symbol that for like the three but inverted, it is written sometimes like this, like the normal e. This sound in diphthong with E. For example, when you say, when you say plane, when you say rain, rain, plane, say, plane, rain, right? When we move from the diphthong with a sound, but with the schwa sound, we hear things like bear, care, as you can see, bear, care, yes, can you see that it's very different from bird? It's longer because it's a diphthong, and at the end you can feel the sound of the schwa sound. Then we move to the next one, close mid central vowel. This is the schwa sound, as I am explaining before. I was telling you that this sound is very lazy because it sounds like when you sigh. When you do, for example, this sound about the theta. As you can see, it's short, it's not emphasized, or it's not, we could say, stressed. And we say that when when the voice of the letter is stressed is that you make more emphasis. There is no emphasis in this one because it's very lazy, and the schwa sound should sound very relaxed. D, d is this sound. And then in the in diphthong with u sounds like, for example, no, no, so, coat. In UK, for example, you say go, oh, oh, oh. So you see the schwa sound with u sound versus in go, go, go. In US is more o, go. And there is no u pronounced go, go. And shorter and not prolonging the u sound. In UK, they pronounce and prolong the u sound. So go and go in US, right? If we go to this sound, open, mid, back, and rounded vowel, we start with the thread. So it's this one, we start with the a sound, right? So for example, we have just, done, one. You will see later in the transcription of the poem that one actually is transcribed with W before this sound of like it's like a tent or like an A without the horizontal line. And remember that sounds vibrate and contagious, we could say, other sounds. So be very in mind that sounds change because of its context. And that's why in one, although you say at the beginning, there is like kind of an u sound because in the transcription they put a W. One, you will see later. But the sound is there. Is central. Remember, open mid or central, back unrounded vowel is unrounded. Near open front, unrounded vowel. So this is more to the front, near open front, and it's open. It's near open. So you say and, but, cat. Can you see that? And, but, cat. When you go to this one, open central unrounded vowel, you say car, heart, father, ah. The difference with this one, but, cut, and, it's shorter. This one is longer, and remember, this one is placed the opposite direction to the E, the one that we started, that is on the front, but is up high. This one is the lowest, right? So which means that it's not back, so it's not on the back of your mouth, but it's low. Car, heart, father. So the tongue is not up, it's down. When we move to the diphthong with this sound, as you can see, the spelling is written with a typical a, and then it's combined with I, the sound I. It sounds like this: by, kind, mind. Yes, so this, as you can see, I'm showing you how it's written, and in the center you have the sound that you have to pronounce. Okay? Or the sound that you have to make. If we go to the a with the in diphthong with u, will sound things like how sounds now. How sounds now. I'm trying to also place words that you can remember later, more mnemotechnic ways to teach you these sounds. Open back rounded vowel. This one is rounded. See, it's back, it's rounded, and it's not red, which means that is blue, light blue, and which means that is closer to O, remember? So is this one that I told you before that is like saying you are going to say but actually you say O, right? So for example, you place your mouth as if you were going to say but you say O. For example, when you say not, odd, thumb, thumb. This is a very good tip, I think. for this sound, especially. Of. This is another sound. Of. Of. When you say off, you're saying this one. Open mid-back rounded vowel. In UK, for example, they say lo and they say fo, right? That's why I emphasize this sound with the lo and fo. Is o, o. This one is more like an o, 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 o. Open mid-back rounded vowel. In the middle, and o, similar to the o. If there is an o, this one should be an o. So talk, show, thought, talk, sure, thought. And I want you to see that in talk, like in walk, for example, you don't pronounce the L. This is another story because the L is a consonant, but have in mind that in walk and talk, you don't pronounce the L, right? And the sound is this one, it's like a O. Talk, 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 like when you say lo, lo, lo. Good. Let's go to this O sound with I in diphthong. So we say boy, toy, oil. Can you see that? Repeat with me because this will help you a lot. Then we go to the closed central rounded vowel and it's rounded. So this one is oo, right? So that's why they say rounded because you put your lips oo, oo. Entonces, remember, you will do things like should, put, good, should, put, good. There is not 2 points there because it's short. Bear in mind this because you will see later the difference with the other one. In diphthong, you will see sure, sure. So it's the oo sound, short oo sound with the schwa sound. So it's uh. So sure, sure, you, tourist, tourist, tourist. Then we have closed back rounded vowel. This one is long, that's why it's written with 2 dots. It's a O, long. So we have two, blue, moon, two, blue, moon. And that's it. We have seen already all the vowels and the diphthongs. So now we are going to read actually together the poem in the transcription, the phonetic transcription in International Phonetic Alphabet of the 44 first lines of this poem. Let's start with this. And you might say, oh my God, what is this? Well, it's the transcription. Yes, you will see later in my PDF that is written in a normal way. And there are 7 pages of this poem. But I'm showing you here the 44 first lines and how they are pronounced for you to repeat with me and learn with me the difficulties in the pronunciation, okay? Dearest creature in creation. Studying English pronunciation. Pronunciation. I will teach you in my verse. I will teach you in my verse. Verse. Can you see that there is no rolling? They don't roll the R. Verse. De los versos, no? Verse. Sounds like cause, call, horse, and words. Words. There is no R either here. Este worse, que es el comparativo de bad, que nosotros decimos worse, está mal dicho, worse, no tiene una O. Es worse, worse, worse. Y quita también la R, worse, worse. This number 4 line, it is difficult. Well, anyway, we keep going. So it says, it will keep you Susie busy, make your head with heat grow dizzy, dizzy, mareada, ¿verdad? Tear in eye, your dress you'll tear, tear. Kill, fur, sear, hear my prayer, prayer. I repeat this one because it's difficult. Hear, fair, seer, hear my prayer. It's like bear, it's the sound bear, prayer, prayer. It's written Prayer. In Spanish es rezar, rezo. Escúchame, rezo. We keep going. It says pray, ahora sí, el verbo pray. Pray console your loving, fijaros, your loving poet, poet, poet. This one is tough as well because we usually say poet y nos quedamos tan tranquilos. But actually it's poet, poet. It's the same with poem, poem, ¿vale? Then you say, make my coat look new. Fijaros cómo es the transcription of new. Dear, este es querida, ¿no? Querido. Dear, sew it, es decir, cóselo. Just compare heart, here, and head. Fijaros esto. Just compare heart, here, and head. Heart no es hat, como car. Acordaros, R, heart, no hay R, ¿vale? Here and head. No es head de cabeza, es head de escuchado, ¿vale? Escrito. Dice and diet, Lord, como Lord, ¿vale? Lord, otra vez no hay R, and, fijaros esta, and word, word. ¿Os acordáis qué hacíamos antes? Voy para atrás. Fijaros lo que había antes aquí. Was. Y ahora mira, was. Y aquí fijaros lo que hace. Word. Word. La palabra word. Luego va a aparecer espada, que se parece mucho, y ya veréis cómo suena. Sword and sword. Fijaros esa U, ya cambia todo. The spelling is with A, S-W-A-R-D. Y en espada es S-W-O-R-D. La primera es espada, la segunda es it means the fields that are full of grass. Different completely. Retain and written. Retain and written. Mind the letter how it's written. Mind es como, ¿no? Fíjate, mind the letter how it's written. Made has not the sound of bad. Say, said, pay, paid, laid, bad, plaid. Fijaros, ¿no? Bad, plaid. Y ese bad, I have to say that it's not bad, the bad es malo, es escrito B-A-D-E, right? About the meaning of the words, we will see on our private lessons, the meanings and everything, and also you have to work. So my recommendation, go with word reference and play the sound in UK accent, and also see and read the meaning and look the words in definition in English, okay? Because in this way you will learn more vocabulary. Let's keep going. Say, said, paid, paid, laid, but, plaid. Now I surely, fijaros, ¿no? Surely will not plague you with such words, fijaros cómo se escribe palabras, words as vague and ague. But be careful how you speak. Say, gush, bush, stake, streak, break, bleak. Previous, precious, fuchsia. Fijaros cómo dicen fucsia. Fuchsia. Via. Escrito V-I-A. Pero fijaros cómo se dice. Via in the transcription. Recipe, pipe, stencil, choir, choir. Es el famoso coro, ¿no? choir, spelling the word, but in the transcription is choir. Yes, this one is the one that I have also selected the W with color as if it was a U before A. The same with the next one. For example, when you say choir, but also you say woven, woven. Okay, so there is a kind of a U at the beginning. Woven, oven, how and low, how and low. Script, receipt, receipt, shoe, poem, poem, poema, poem, toe. Say expecting fraud and trickery. Daughter, laughter and terpsichore, terpsichore, ¿no? La musa de la danza, terpsichore. Fijaros, branch, ranch, missiles, topsails, aisles, aisles, missiles, simils, reviles. Holy, 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 signal, signing, same, examining, but mining. Scholar, beaker, beaker, and cigar, cigar. Fijaros esa A que no tiene una R, no se rola la R, hay que pronunciar la A más larga y ya está. Fijaos luego como dice solar, solar. Mica, wool and fire. From desire, desirable, admirable, from admire. This is also a very good exercise to derive words from the verb or the noun into an adjective. Inside of an adjective, usually you find the noun or the verb. And then if you want to create an adverb, you just have to add the ly at the end. Lumber, plumber, beer, bat, briar. Topsome, broom, renowned but known. Can you see that? Renowned but known. No es lo mismo decir renombrar que conocido. Renowned but known. Knowledge done, loan gone, none, tone. One. Mira, fijaros, this one is the one that I was telling you with W. This W gives you a little bit of U sound before the A, right? That's why the spelling in the transcription is one. Anemone, eso es difícil, ¿eh? Balmoral. Kitten, lichen, laundry, laurel, laurel, laurel. Gertrude, German, wind and wind. Bow, kind, kindred, Q, mankind. Bow, kind, kindred, Q, mankind. And the last part, tortoise, turquoise, chamois, leather. That's difícil, ¿eh? This line. Tortoise, turquoise, turquoise. Cuando veis este colorcito así de C y una I, eso es hoy. ¿Vale? Turquoise, chamois, leather, reading, hidden, heather. These, phonetic, ¿veis? Oh, labyrinth es EE. Gives, must, grows, brook, brooch, ninth, plinth. Y con esto hemos acabado, ¿eh? Till here. There are 7 more pages that you can read on your own. My recommendation is that even if you work just a little bit, these 44 first lines, you will see the difficulties that you have with the language. And now it's your turn to read slowly the poem. If you want, I comment again that you can go to my website and download it in the PDF here in www.analanguagecoach.com. If you have found this video interesting, and if you have learned something with me today, please don't forget to subscribe and say that you have liked this video. I'll see you soon. Bye.